Here we go, folks. We have made it to the top 10 worst movies of 2016. Now, some of these movies may appear higher than others. Like, really like that more? But here's the thing. All these movies could be number one for me. All these movies could be number one. They're all 100% shit. There was not an ounce of these movies that I liked. So let's not waste any time and start at number 10, Zoolander 2. I saw this movie twice in theaters. I thought it was but after thinking about it, the jokes were shitty. That one dude was trying to take down Derek Zoolander. It was just got awfully annoying. Like the bro, this. He kept talking like that. Hey, what's up, guys? He's trying to be like all hip and stuff. It just felt odd. And then that little short dude with the CGI'd face. And the little kid, and you don't see Will Ferrell to like the last hour, like the last act of the movie. He appears in like the last 20 minutes of the movie, and that pisses me off because Will Ferrell was a big part in the first movie, and he was just in it for like 5 minutes. Number 9, Gods of Egypt. This movie would have been a lot better if it was 20 minutes shorter. It didn't need to be 2 hours and 7 minutes long. If it was an hour and 45 minutes, it would have been less agonizing. Like if this was just an hour and 40 minutes, it would have been a perfect guilty pleasure. But since they stretched it 20 minutes longer, it ruined the this is a guilty pleasure too. When is this movie gonna? Oh, it's 2 hours long. Damn. Number 8, one of the most overrated comedies of the year. Kids keep saying, "Oh, I want to see this. I want to see this. I want to see this." Do not see this movie. Just because it's an R-rated animated movie doesn't mean you need to see it. It is Sausage Party. This movie is terrible. Every ounce of this movie is shit. Like 100% shit. The jokes didn't hit well. They thought they could say fuck every 5 minutes. It was just awful. Like if you want to see a good fuckathon, watch Wolf of Wall Street, watch anything Scorsese, or watch Interview or This Is the End, a good Seth Rogen comedy. Do not waste your time. Do not waste 85 minutes of your life on Sausage Party. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. It's one of the worst movies I have ever seen. It's more disappointing than Godzilla 2014. And the reason why this movie has an 85% on Rotten Tomatoes right now is because they knew their movie. They knew their movie was shit. So you want to know what they did with the screenings? They handed out drinks to the fucking film critics. They handed out alcohol. So they were most likely under the influence watching this movie. Don't believe me? Watch Jimmy John's review. Watch the Schmoes review. They were saying how they had some alcohol while watching this movie. So that explains the high percentage on Rotten Tomatoes. Number 7, Neighbors 2. I don't like vomit humor, and this movie had it in the very beginning of the movie. I mean, you would say yes, they had it in This Is the End, but at least they're paying homage to The Exorcist. It's kind of like an Exorcist spoof scene. But in Neighbors 2, at the beginning, that was uncalled for, that vomit scene. That was just uncalled for. What, they're having sex and Rose Byrne decides to like vomit all over Seth Rogen's face? It's not comedy. That's just, ugh. Seth Rogen had a terrible year this year. His only good movie was Kung Fu Panda 3. I loved Kung Fu Panda 3. I want to see that movie again, but he was barely in it. But he still counts as a movie of his for me. But Neighbors 2 was just terrible. And the whole girl power aspect. Now, I'm not sexist or anything, but I feel like this year they tried nailing in all the, we need girl power. This is the year of like feminazis and shit with Ghostbusters, which I actually enjoyed Ghostbusters for what it was. It's by no means a great movie. It's not even a good movie. It's just enjoyable for what it was. Is it as good as the original Ghostbusters? Hell no. The original Ghostbusters is a fantastic 80s movie. This movie failed, but Ghostbusters is not going to appear on this list because I thought there were 10 worst movies. Ghostbusters, I guarantee will be on like a lot of fanboys' top 10 worst list because it's Ghostbusters. Like, oh my god, it's a reboot. It ruined my life because they had girls in it. Whoop de fucking do. We're getting an Expendables reboot with girls, and we're getting a Ocean's 11 reboot with girls. So, I don't care. The fact that they have girls in the movie is probably not even the biggest issue with the movie. It's just that it just failed on so many levels. Anyway, coming in at number 6, this would probably be my least favorite movie, one of my least favorite movies of all time. Independence Day Resurgence is one of the most uneventful movies I have ever seen, and I've seen quite a lot of movies. Nothing happens in this movie. We get like what, 1 or 2 building destruction scenes within the 2-hour runtime. The rest of the 2 hours is just boring, idiotic characters doing stupid shit. Like, we had a whole scene dedicated to Brett Spiner scratching his ass. We have, what? Here is it. You look good. That scene dragged on. I saw the movie 3 times in theaters, and the first time I liked it because I saw the double feature for the first movie. I was on the high with the first movie. It's like, yes, the first movie is great. Time to watch Independence Day 2, and I loved it. And then I saw it 2 more times with friends, and absolutely hate the movie. Like, I hate the movie with a passion. I hate myself for seeing it 3 times in theaters. And that other character, the supposed replacement for the raspy gay guy in the first movie, he was annoying. Oh, and don't forget the Jeff Goldman. You know what scene I'm talking about. Number 5, Warcraft. I could not follow this movie, so I can't really go in depth about it because I didn't understand what the fuck was going on throughout the movie. Number 4, Ice Age Collision Course. Why is this higher than Sausage Party? Like I said, all these movies on this list are 100% shit movies. Actually, starting from best to worst. Alright. So yeah, Ice Age Collision Course is actually worse than Sausage Party according to my list. Anyway, I hate Ice Age Collision Course. They threw a lot of pop culture references that did not fit in the Ice Age time period, such as Gangster and a whole bunch of other shit. This franchise is dead right now. It was dead with Ice Age 4, but they just completely murdered it with Ice Age 5. Hell, it was even dead with Ice Age 3. Ice Age 3 okay, Ice Age 3 is the last good one, but Ice Age 3 still wasn't great. It wasn't good at all. It's the last. It was good. It was movie. And then 4 came out, that was terrible. 5 came out, that was terrible. 3 is the last okay one. They should have stopped after 3. Coming in at number 3, it's a threequel to one of the worst wide movies out there. It's Allegiant. I saw this movie in March with a few of my friends, and I don't know why, but they were criticizing me for hating it. Like, oh, you're too hard on it. Too hard. The movie is awful. It's one of the worst movies I've ever seen. I didn't want to see it in the first place. I was just like, they invited me, so I might as well go with them. It was like that situation, being nice. And plus I already saw Insurgent, I already saw Divergent, so why not just see Allegiant for the fuck of it now? But Allegiant is terrible, and I will never see. I'm so glad Allegiant Divergent 4 got canceled, and it's possibly going to be a TV movie. That's probably canceled too, because there has been no news of that movie coming out. Not even a TV movie. And they're also trying to make it a TV show, which I hope not. They don't need a TV show. They've made a Mortal Instruments City of Bones TV show. That's turning out to be shit also, it seems like. Number 2, Ride Along 2. I liked it more than Ride Along. It had some enjoyable aspects of it, but it's by no means a good movie. It's pretty terrible. Ken Jeong was a great addition to the movie, though. Haven't seen Ken Jeong in a while, so it's glad to see him appear on screen again. Um, so, Ride Along 2. And the last one, I didn't even get to see the entirety of this movie. Like, I think I walked out, or turned it off. I walked out, turned it off, like, a half hour into the movie. It's an 80-minute movie. Brothers Grimsby. Yeah, the movie where Sacha Baron Cohen and Mark Strong get covered in elven semen. Didn't get to see that part. Thank God. My friend had it on his iPad, and we were watching it on our way to SuperCon back in July. And long story short, we didn't finish it. We got 45 minutes into the movie, or 30 minutes into the movie. We didn't get back to it whatsoever. Don't regret it. According to this movie, Daniel Radcliffe now has AIDS. But yeah, this movie is complete shit. Like, I don't know why Louis Leterrier directed this movie. He's directed so many great movies, like some of the Transporter movies. I'm not sure if it was one or two. Did he do both? But he also did The Incredible Hulk. He did Now You See Me, which is pretty good. It's an enjoyable crime thriller. But we got John M. Chu, director of Never Say Never the movie and fucking Step Up, no, he directed one of the Step Up movies. He has to have. Yeah, he thought. I think it was like number 2 or something. Either way, he was involved with the Step Up movies. Why get John M. Chu to direct 2 good action movies, or 2 action movies to begin with? G.I. Joe Retaliation and Now You See Me Too. Why choose him to direct those movies is beyond me. I think it's pretty shitty directing choices, but Brothers Grimsby, Louis Leterrier, probably your worst movie. You're a great director. It's not your fault. Sacha Baron Cohen just wanted to do gross out humor, so he was like, you know what? Just cover me in elephant semen. I feel like every once in a while, at least once a year, we get that one movie, that one rated R movie that likes to go over the boundaries and just show us the most obscure animal dick. This year we saw an elephant dick, and then we also see a moose dick in Why Him? But why is that in R-rated comedies? Since we're allowed to show dicks, we have to show animal dicks. Like, why? Why is that an obsession with R-rated comedies? I don't appreciate seeing animal penises in my movies. Please stop. Thank you.